Hey team, what's up everyone? Anthony here, CIO with GAR Capital, bringing you your weekly video. Hope everyone is doing well, having a great Sunday. For all the OGs and vets, you guys remember I used to do this video over a year ago. I did it for like 2 or 3 years. For all my OGs in the server, even before Discord when we had group me back in the day. So bringing you back the weekly video. Again, we're going to do pretty much the same thing. Recap of our last trades, economic data, take a look at a couple charts. Also take a quick look at January since we did finish that up, first month of the year. But again, let's start off with our recap. January 29th, February 2nd. Down week, 1 out of 3. I know we've had 2 rough weeks. Trying to climb out of that. We'll do this week. Looking forward to it actually. Been talking about it all weekend. So last week we had Apple calls that just did not work out. We got hit with 2 headlines as it was bouncing. Just did not work out for us. We figured holding halfway through the week, maybe we get a bounce, especially with earnings. Just didn't go our way. Of course, Apple falls after the earnings number anyway. Apple did not work out. Mara was a good trade and a good hold. Hit in the money. A little bit of a frustrating trade, but it's just been that way lately. But we did get the W, and that was our W of the week because shop did not work out. We got the breakout. Pretty much broke down after that, and by the time it is time to close, the premiums are already ate up, as you guys know. So we got blown out on that one. So 1 for 3 for the week, 33%. As always, we will do better this week, and last week was a bummer as well. But looking to bounce back. With that being said, take a quick look at January. You guys already went over this. I know January signals were great. 14 out of 18, 78% win loss. Some good trades there. That was the beginning of the year when we had our win streak, and we did break it with that Amazon mid-month. And to end the month, we had a couple of those that didn't work out. As you can see, AMD, PLTR, and Goldman Sachs just didn't work out, which was the previous week along with this week. So it's been a rough 2 weeks, but looking to bounce back, as you guys know. Can't be perfect all the time. Sometimes these things happen, and of course, we're always trying to get better and working hard to make perfect weeks. Now, with that being said, moving on to economic data. So pretty quiet week. Again, we've had NFP, we've had inflation data, we've had the Fed speak. So this week will be focused solely on member speak of the FOMC. As you can see today, actually half hour ago, Powell did say a few things about monetary policy. Tomorrow we have ISM services PMI. That's the only economic data of the week besides Thursday unemployment claims. The rest will just all be FOMC member speak. So at 12 o'clock on Tuesday, we have Mester speaking. Wednesday at 11 o'clock, we have Kugler speaking. Barkin at 12:30. And at 1 o'clock, we have the 10-year bond auction. Something to keep an eye on. As you guys know, that does correlate to the S&P. We would definitely keep an eye out for that when it drops. Thursday, unemployment claims, as I said. Barkin will be speaking as well at 8:30 a.m. and Barkin again at 12, and 30-year bond auction to close out the week, and nothing on Friday. So again, pretty quiet week, but FOMC members are speaking, so they could shake the market up. You guys know the drill with that, so we'll definitely keep an eye on that. All right, now moving on, we have a couple charts on the board. Of course, you guys know the drill. We have our watches that will be sent out on Discord. Just going to go over the majors here with you. SPY, QQQ, IWM. Keep an eye out for the futures video with Nick, as always. So we'll go one by one. SPY, QQQ, IWM on the board, and we have Mara, right? I'm going to take a look at Bitcoin. It's a pretty nice chart there. So SPY, as you can see, we've been on this nice uptrend. We did have a pullback the week prior. We did get back above the moving averages. I am on the hourly chart. My preference, what I like to look at, I like to look at the hourly and the daily for all you OGs that remember back in the day. I specifically love to look at the daily and look for trends there. So I'm a little bit more patient in terms of the charting. So as you know, if you're trading options and you're looking at the daily, kind of have got to live a little bit of wiggle room for your trade to take place when it's on the daily chart versus when you're on the hourly or the 15. Anyway, with that being said, so we'll zoom in here. As you can see, SPY kind of made that a new all-time high, pulled back, of course, you know, especially on a Friday, right? You want to take your profits and run, name of the game. So what we're going to do here is our previous resistance now turns support, 492.6. I'm going to put an alert there and take a look at the chart and what it's telling us when this alert comes up. Maybe tomorrow morning, maybe not. We also will put an alert at the next support. Definitely will be looking to buy the dip here. So yeah, as you can see, I set my alert, buy the dip. Again, things can change that, but again, these alerts are set for basically to bring our eyes back to the chart, check it out, see what's going on. Again, anything can change as you go day to day. So these alerts aren't meant to exactly get in when they hit. It's more of, okay, let me put my eyes on the chart, see what's going on, see if it's worth an entry, right? So I do have my alert set there with the moving averages ready to cross. That is a buy the dip on the downside. Now, with that being said, we're also going to look at the all-time high break, 495.77, right ahead of the candle break for a continuation. Again, that's always depending on what kind of volume is coming in as well, momentum trade, etc. So we have our 3 alerts set, 1 for the upside and 2 for the pullback on SPY. That being said, moving along, QQQ, pretty much the same chart almost, but we did reject this resistance here. I'm going to actually draw the line, right? Check it out, right ahead of 430. So 430 is resistance. We did pull back when we hit that. Got a double top. Got some other resistance here as well. Let's actually zoom out a little bit more. Actually, let me just myself go to the daily. Beautiful chart on the daily, of course, with the breakout. So yeah, that is resistance for now. We did have all the majors report, Magnificent 7. So maybe we're out of juice already, right? We'll see. I'm going to set an alert for continuation on the downside. Let me know if tech takes a spill, right? We're going to set an alert right here, 427.85. We go below there. Maybe we'll open up the door to the next support. Well, former resistance should act as support, 426.60. I'm going to set an alert there for a possible buy the dip. And I'm also going to set my third alert right here where we did get some good demand here on some volume. Right here and right here, 422.60 just about. That could be an area to buy the dip if we get a nice pullback for the week, 428 all the way down to 423. So let's see what happens with QQQ. Now, on to IWM small caps. I do have the daily chart on. I was looking at something earlier. We are off the 50 moving average. All right, this is the 50 moving average on the daily. The last time we were there, we bounced. Last time we crossed through it, it became an uptrend. We had a nice bounce from 174 all the way up to 206. We are pulling back. We just retested it once and bounced, and we retested it against here. So I want to set an alert right above the previous high, which is 195.82. This could be a very good trade. If we get above there, definitely take a look and maybe buy some calls, target the next resistance, 197 and 199. All right. I'm going to set an alert as well there for the target if we get this breakout right here. Also, with that being said, on the downside, if we do break this 50 moving average along with this wick support off the 50, that could open the door for more downside. Maybe get into some puts, right? Ride it to the next support right around 187. It's a good $5 on the way down. Possibly could make some very good money with that. So IWM on the radar this week could be a nice one. Let's see what happens. With that being said, Mara, as you guys know, we love to trade this. I want to put an alert right above. First thing that pops out, 1967. If we get that breakout, it will be nice. Bitcoin is bouncing. Take a look at the daily chart as well. What a chart. And it is rejecting the 50 this whole time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles already on the daily trying to get above that 50. Usually when you knock on that door long enough, it's going to bust wide open, right? So we do have our alert set there. If we get above there, best to believe we will be going to 2238 and even higher, as is the thesis with Bitcoin as well. So keep that in mind. Mara is nice. Now, don't get me wrong. We can break down as well. And as you can see, I'm going to stay on the daily chart and put an alert right below this low here, 1724. If we go below there, there is a gap to fill, right? There is a gap to fill right here at 1649. We could target that as well. All right, so pretty much right below 17. Maybe get some puts to target 1630. And again, above this daily high, 1968, we could target calls to the upside and maybe even buy some time if we want to make some good bank, make some good return over it over the long term. It could be very nice. So that is what we see with Mara. All right, guys. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Looking forward to the new week. My favorite saying, new week is new money. So let's get after it. Any questions you have, just shoot them in Discord. We're always happy to help and be there for the team. Let's get it. Happy Sunday, team.